Hey, I'm Jason, today in the lab. All right, ready? And then, of course, as usual, we're gonna break this bolt because that's what we do in here. Let's check it out.
Hey, I'm Jason. Today in the lab, we're gonna be dissecting the bolted joint. In a previous video, we decoded what the numbers and hash marks mean on the top of the bolt, but today we're actually gonna tighten this bolt and slice it open and see what it looks like on the inside at different levels of torque. All right, so we got our direct drive power tool set up. This is a fixtured power tool. We're gonna program this to run at 60 RPM, and we're gonna take it to the initial tightening torque of 280 Newton meters. Let's check it out. All right, so for this test, we're gonna start off with a tightening in the elastic range. We've got our bolt. This is an M16 10.9 grade bolt. We've got a collar. We've got a class 10 nut to tighten against it. And we're gonna run this tool to a typical installation torque of 280 Newton meters. This is how you would normally tighten the bolt, and this is gonna be tightened into the elastic range. That was quick. All right, there we go. So that was tightening into the elastic phase. When we tighten a bolt in the elastic phase, it's just like stretching a spring. The torque we apply to it stretches the bolt elastically, which means it comes back to its original size. This next program, we're gonna take it past the point, the yield point, where it's gonna stretch it past the elastic limit. And if we were to measure it again, we're gonna find out that this spring is a little longer than when we started. Let's take it into the plastic zone with 280 Newton meters plus 90 degrees of rotation. Woo! All right, so we went past the yield point into the plastic zone for this last sample. Let's take it 360 degrees past our torque value of 280 and see if we can create that hourglass shape, which is almost to the point of a tensile fracture of the fastener. Here we go. All right, so actually you can see we're sticking quite a bit out of this thing. All right, you can see the bolt sticking up a little bit extra there. Let's take a look at the target torque bolt. We took this bolt to 280 Newton meters, but we only got about 100 microns of elastic elongation, so it pretty much looks like a normal bolt. Even the one we took and did a plastic deformation on is only getting about twice that much elongation. It looks quite similar to the first bolt. All right, we successfully dissected our bolted joint. We got a sketch right here. Let me walk you through the torque versus angle curve so we can see the three states of tightening that we took apart. All right, so as we tighten the bolt, we're gonna turn, it's gonna build clamp load, it's gonna build angle. This is the joint seating. Then we have this elastic range. This is where the bolt operates like a spring. And this brings us to 280 Newton meters. This is the target installation torque typically used for this size of bolt. So that's our first one. We got a cross section of that. We've tightened even beyond that where we took it up into the plastic range where the bolt starts to roll over. This is the yield point. And then we took it even further and we tried to break the bolt. We tried to make that classical hourglass shape. One thing you'll notice about the torque and angle curve is it looks a lot like a stress strain curve. We can definitely see we've got yielding the material here. But something strange happened. We didn't get the hourglass shape. There was an issue right here with this nut. Let's take a look at the microscope and get a closer look. All right, so let's take a look at our elastic sample under the microscope. Here we're zoomed in. On the bottom, you can see the bolt thread, right? This is one thread of the bolt, and this is the nut thread. And you can see the amount of engagement that we have here. Really, we'd like to see this even closer to the bottom of the root of the thread, and that's actually where this thing went sideways. We got so much stress in our joint on the thread that we deformed the thread of the bolt. Let me show you what that looks like. So now we can really see the problem here. We can see that the nut didn't engage deep enough into the bolt thread and is pushing on only about half of it. the nut doesn't show enough deformation. We actually had the right nut strength. The problem is that the engagement isn't deep enough for this joint to carry the load that it needs to in order for it to do its job. This is definitely the wrong failure mode. We want to make sure that the bolted joint breaks in a tensile fracture. So we're going to have to try this again to really get that hourglass shape so we can really show you what a permanently deformed bolt looks like. All right, until then, we'll see you next time.